My name is Leslie Schultz, and I am the Lifestyle Coordinator at Stonehenge. We're a real estate owner and operator based in Manhattan, and we currently own a portfolio of 17 buildings, 15 of which are luxury rental buildings. And it's my job to make it fun and exciting to live in those buildings. So I run all of the amenities and events and community building activities. So we learned about Stronger.org through one of our property managers, and we learned that it was a very strong community building activity based around the idea of friendly competition and bringing a lot of people together both in person and online, which is things that we really enjoy. So when I met Inbar, we automatically saw eye to eye about what we wanted to produce for our community, and we decided to have a Wii tournament. And it was terrific. The tenants got to go online and see what the other people scored and chat about it and banter and make fun of each other. And it really created a lot of great discussion. And then at the actual events, it was a few days of competition, and it ended in a grand finale. And the winner got to take home a $200 gift certificate, I think. A $200 gift certificate. And we had a really good time. We didn't have any strict goals outside of what we normally want, which is to bring people together and for people to have a good time, and of course on our end to have an easy time working with any vendor and any partner and really feel like it's aligned with our brand, which of course is one that offers distinct luxury buildings with a specific character to them that makes it desirable to live there. And Stronger.org was very professional and offered a system that was clean and easy to engage in and a lot of fun, of course. And those were our goals, to make it really easy for the tenants to participate, to make them want to participate, and of course for everyone to have a good time.
Okay.
We achieved our goals of creating a fun event for our residents. Residents got to come together that wouldn't normally hang out after work, and our spaces really allowed for them to be able to come together and play games and sort of kick back and relax and enjoy an evening that didn't involve work or responsibilities, and it was just all about having fun, and the people who attended definitely got that experience. And the Stronger.org team was very committed to making our activities successful, from creating marketing collateral to coming into the lobbies and promoting the event in person to attending each event from start to finish. It was really a seamless partnership, and it made my job a whole lot easier. The property managers were really pleased with how the events ran. Everything was taken care of, and the building was really well respected by the Stronger.org staff, which is always important for our team. And the property managers commented that people had a really good time who attended, and the lifestyle department in the corporate office was also pleased to see that the activities were being run smoothly and professionally, and our residents were really being taken good care of.
That? Yeah. So,
Our residents definitely had the opportunity and took the opportunity to interact with each other and talk to each other, although they might not have talked to each other before this. They really they commented on the online portal, and you could see that they were bantering and that inside jokes evolved, and they took the competition seriously, but they took the time lightly so that they could, they wanted to win the prize, but they didn't let it get in the way of having a good time.
did you
We were able to quote residents and their reactions in our quarterly newsletter, and on our Facebook page, and it allowed our residents to engage in our social media through the Stronger Work portal. So that was positive. We have over 5,000 residents. It's hard to keep track and organize a long-term competition, and Stronger Org is a great solution to that, to offer residents an event that lasts more than one day and that they can really become involved in. And Stronger Org allows for us to run something like that, whereas we would not have the resources or the manpower to properly handle that sort of a challenge. So
Okay. Yeah.
it's called software, right?
Platform. Software, platform, whatever.
That's a good one. That's better. Okay, tell me one. In addition to the sort of human support, we also were able to utilize their online platform, which is clean and fun and fresh. People were able to engage all day long, looking forward and anticipating the competitions, and then reflecting on the night before, and sort of jabbing at each other, and seeing who else had signed up, and keeping track of all the tournaments and who won which and who was left and who was matched up with whom. It was very easy to see, and you could control a large volume of participants quite easily through the platform.
Would they be?
Inbar.
Without names.
Okay.
Wait.
So, Stronger Org offered a lot to our residents, and there were a lot of great features to kind of brag about. One of them being that it's such a unique opportunity to share with your residents. How often can I go to a group of, neighbors and say, guys, let's get together and play Wii Bowling and see who wins, and get people to engage like that for a long period of time is a challenge. And Wii is so in right now, and it's something that a lot of people, they might not have it in their apartment, and it's not something that if we left it in like a main area, people might necessarily not want to walk in and just play on their own. But once we had an official activity surrounding the Wii, all of a sudden it became a really fun and exciting activity to participate in. And Stronger Org provided sort of the outline for creating something like that, and from start to finish they handled everything. All we had to do was provide the space and the audience. So probably my two favorite things were offering something very unique that I otherwise probably wouldn't have thought of, and being able to sort of kick back and let the Stronger Org team take care of my people while I handled other initiatives. So being able to do both was really positive.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
So when we first started, most of our participants did not know each other. They hadn't engaged in activity together. If anything, maybe they saw each other on the elevator, but it really wasn't a strong interaction. And throughout the competition, we were able to increase conversation between residents. And, from what we saw, 100% of the residents talked during the event, and then post-event we saw an increase in the amount of conversation between participants. And when we followed up with a second competition, we saw that 90% had signed up again, and that they had been talking in between competitions, and that there was that continued excitement and community building that happens within the competitions.
Okay, go.
So after each competition, we ran a survey of all the participants, and we were able to find out that everybody had met more than 5 people at the competition. So whether they came down with their roommates or the neighbors that they had known, they still were able to meet more than 5 new people that they felt like they really connected with and could hang out with beyond the Stronger Org competitions, and that this had sort of sparked a conversation that would continue post-competition. We really do try to build our community within Stonehenge. There's not There's not as much follow-up in other events, so it's harder to measure, which is another great thing about Stronger Org, is that they survey after each event to really gauge interest and positive feedback, negative feedback, things we would change as we continue to grow. And at other events, it's much harder to measure, so it was great to get back some concrete feedback and opinions from our residents right away, immediately following the competition, so all the information was still fresh in their minds and accurate.
And you can also say that we get 100% response rate for the survey because we feel...
Mine gets 100% response from everything.
Yeah, they have to, right? We have to. Good. Cool.
Once the competition was over, we surveyed all of the participants to see if they would be interested in having another competition, and they all agreed 100% yes, that they would like it because they had such a good time together, and they all were really looking forward to doing it again.
Great.
I guess just that when we were approached by Stronger Org to bring this into our buildings, we weren't really sure what to expect or how it would run or if it would be successful. It was really new for us. I think it's a really new and innovative idea in general. I haven't heard of anybody else doing this, and having such a creative and functional online program where people from anywhere can kind of come together and really participate actively as much as they want with something. I think it's really unique and exciting. And we went from a place of not knowing to a place of really enjoying, and we're really happy we made the decision to work with Stronger Org.
Great, thanks, Lee.
So in the beginning, we weren't sure what the reaction would be from the residents, but once we took a survey and we understood what people wanted, it appeared that 90% of them were really excited to bring a tournament into the building and were eager to participate in a tournament. And most of the people who weren't able to participate because of scheduling or timing were disappointed and were looking forward to another tournament being brought in. So overall, it was a welcomed idea, and people really liked the program. I think that it depends, online versus offline just depends on the situation, and I think they're both sort of great ideas, and it's good to have both platforms because people have different needs. And for instance, a corporation that has global offices in many locations and wants to somehow engage and excite their employees all in one fell swoop but doesn't know how to get everyone together logistically, this could be a great way to continuously sort of add a bonus fun thing. And it seems like a really great idea to do trivia because then you can customize the trivia for the corporation, and you can, people can feel like they're not only playing some random trivia game, but that it's really tied to whatever industry or company they're working under. And as far as like calendars and schedules, the idea of being able to fill something in and have a 24-hour window to do so is obviously ideal, especially in a city like New York where it's impossible to make plans with one person, let alone 500 people. So I think the idea of doing an online trivia is really great for the corporate side, but for a purpose like mine, where my goal was to really get a bunch of people into a room, it could be a great auxiliary event, but I would still want the option of having the in-person interactive, with the online portal as a continuous place for people to go to reflect on the tournament and follow the tournament. So I think it's important to have and to offer both. Okay.
Yeah.
So the way that our company works, each building has its own budget. It's considered its own separate investment, and we have buildings that have different characteristics, so we run different activities depending on the building. So when we are considering bringing on a partner or bringing on an activity activity and we're looking at the cost, we have to compare that to the amount of money we have available to spend in the building. What are the number of people in the building? What are the number of people that we think would participate in the event in the building? So it's really sort of a lot of factors that go into a decision like this, and sometimes it's just, do we believe in the event? Is it worth the investment? As far as Stronger Org, in the very beginning, it was a gamble. We didn't know really what we were committing ourselves to, but we decided that it was worth the investment. And when we broke it down by number of people, people weren't able to participate as many as we had anticipated, but the leverage we got out of talking about the event, and our leasing agents were able to engage with prospective tenants and talk to them about what we had done. And this was something so unique in New York. Tenants had never heard of this before, and in that level we really got the bang for our buck, because even though X number of people had a concert on Tuesday night and dinner plans on Thursday night and just couldn't make it to the tournament, it still created a conversation both between residents and for potential residents, and it created a ton of online exposure. So it was worth the investment in the grander scheme.
Lifestyle budget?
Yeah.
Marketing budget?
Yeah.
So you give you do it only for events?
No, it kind of encompasses everything related to the department.